I know that this video is reaching LeBron fans whose heart has to be real heavy right now. I don't think you guys should be overreacting. It's just game one. Yo, man, so I just caught the ending, but I wanted to react to the whole thing. I missed 3/4 of the game, but man, the Lakers, their defense sucked, man. I think this might be 5 or 6. Timberwolves, or, you know what I'm saying, maybe Lakers. Lakers in 5 still. But the Timberwolves, yeah, man, they can fuck around and beat them for sure.
For the Lakers. Meanwhile, for the visitors, it's Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, big X factor for Minnesota, Rudy Gobert, Anthony Edwards, and Mike Conley rounding out the starting 5 for Minnesota. For Randle was not able to participate in the playoffs a season ago due to injury as a member of the Knicks, and we are underway. McDaniels will be trying to stick Doncic defensively. Opportunity for the Lakers. Here's Luka. Guarded by Randle this time. Good contest. Doncic with 4 quick points for the Lakers. Here's Reeves. He drives the closeout. Luka with the cut and the lay.
Minnesota just cannot allow those second chance opportunities. And giving Los Angeles extra possessions to start this game.
Doncic sees 2, pardon me. That was Anthony Edwards, saw 2, got through the lane.
Austin Reeves had that shot right at the beginning that's so smart, taking it into the middle of the lane, drawing 2 and kicking it.
And Randle. Doncic off the dribble handoff.
Randle playing
Smith
good.
checked into the ball game. Luka is on one right now to start this game. Hachimura from deep. Laces it.
Another offensive rebound. And one of only 4 teams.
The Lakers, man.
And you're talking about OKC, Boston, and
It's the
Cleveland
defense.
as the other 3.
Like, the offense is there.
All 60-win teams as McDaniels hits the
They can't stop
wing
nobody.
3 to make it a 5-point lead for the Lakers.
Defense against the Lakers has been pretty good to start, but they've given up so many offensive rebounds.
Doncic is locked in.
We came out hooping.
We're on a fish grease alert right now. He's up to 12 already here in the first quarter.
So using him as a screener, then he just pops right back out.
Nas Reed with a classy move to the basket. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Edwards running the lane in full flight. Raises up and lays it home. That time they finished, Jay.
Well, and that's how he
look
can
at
get
their
going a
lineup.
little bit.
Finch makes the call
Doris
offensively.
Finney-Smith. And Rui.
Edwards steps through and lays it home on the floater.
Just parked
That
in
small
the
ball
corner
to
for a step-in 3.
like
Here's Randle, cross court
all
to
the way to
Alexander
the
Walker
end.
from deep. He's been shooting it at over 40% this year.
So you have to take away his left. The catch-and-shoot opportunities, he knocks down those open ones.
Inside, Vando got his own miss. Vanderbilt back out to Finney-Smith, open from deep.
We're here in Los Angeles for the first round presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook with Chris Finch, the head coach of the T-Wolves. What did you make of that first quarter for your squad?
Yeah, too many second chance points. I think they had 11 of them. That's really where they got a bunch of their cheap threes. And, we did a good job in the first shot defense. Got to take care of that.
Doncic 16 in that first quarter. How do you try to limit his effectiveness?
Yeah, we're going to throw
They got
different
full.
things at him. But, again, we got to take care of the glass when we make them.
Chris, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back to you.
It's interesting that LeBron, for the first time in a playoff game, did not score in the first quarter.
wow.
What a game a little bit earlier between the Clippers and the Nuggets. Reeves on the drive. Little giant killer, giant slayer over McDaniels. And speaking of drives, Alexander Walker into Randle. 10 on the shot clock. Back out to Reed for 3 for the lead. Got it. And Minnesota has stormed back here in the early portion of the second quarter.
Dunks this year
Yeah.
for the Lakers, but it gives them a little more rim protection with him in there.
Jackson
Daniels
Hayes.
left that short, got it back and laid it in over Hachimura.
Both freshmen together playing for Mike Hopkins is now with the Phoenix Suns.
James spins, fires, got it, and one. LeBron James on the board. Good defense by DiVincenzo. Alexander Walker on the fly. James!
Chase down block. It's all coming my
He
way.
knew that all the way, timed that out perfectly.
Sees 2, good nail help by LeBron. Raises up anyway, and it comes off. Back out to Reed for 3. And Naz Reid laces the
He's
deep.
nice.
And Gobert got the block on James. Off and running again, a 3-on-2. Reid out to the three-point line. Splashdown. Timeout Lakers. Here's Edwards with 6 points in the ballgame.
Get out there,
Facing
hooping.
Finney Smith. They shrink the floor on him. Randall on the drive. The kick to Reid. And another three ball by the reigning sixth man of the year.
He's got the athleticism.
He's a mismatch already.
Just about anybody go over.
Here's the King with the ball. James out front against Reid. A long two is good. James with the rebound. Another opportunity for Los Angeles. 10 on the shot clock. Finney Smith. Back to James. Foul and one.
He's the inbounder.
Vincenzo. Here he is off the wide
8
action. And
going into
DiVincenzo
half.
pulls it and laces the deep
Turn it to
three.
11.
Dante with some dynamite to end the first half.
And they outscored the Lakers 20-10 in the paint and really shut off the offensive glass in that second quarter, where they outscored LA by 18.
Edwards sprays it out to McDaniels. The corner three is pure. Shot clock down to
Yeah,
5.
okay.
Edwards got to get busy, got downhill. Floater comes off, got it back. Randall from deep, and they cash in on a second opportunity.
Reeves was 1 of 6 in that first half. And Minnesota went after him on the defensive end.
Edwards, it's butter. Minnesota on a roll.
They didn't score any fast break points in that first half, as you mentioned, Jay, and that they need to get back to being the aggressors. We've seen that certainly carry on here as LeBron James nails a three-pointer from the corner.
And the last time these two teams met, ironically, in the conference finals, Rudy Gobert converted. Minnesota,
What is it? What did he
Minnesota
do?
on a roll.
They didn't score any fast break points in that
said he
first
had a
half, as
baby.
you mentioned, Jay, and that they need to get back to being the aggressors. We've seen that certainly carry on here as LeBron James nails a three-pointer from the corner.
And the last time these two teams met, ironically, in the conference finals, Rudy Gobert converting on the high handoff.
Timberwolves got a decent team.
Out to Edwards, one more to Randall. Got Luka in the air. Float game comes out, got it back. Randall and one. Julius Randall putting some muscle in his hustle.
It takes some time after a trade for everybody to get used to one another.
They turn over Doncic. Connolly pulls the three, and it's all coming up good
Running them
for
boys
the
off the court.
Timberwolves. 2 on the shot clock. Hachimura has to pull. And that's a great stop for Minnesota.
About as tough a 2 as you're going to take.
Off the dribble 3.
No way
Anthony
he pulled that
Edwards,
shit.
hotter than fish grease. Doncic looking for the post up, and Reeves almost threw it away. He does. McDaniels, and Minnesota has numbers. McDaniels out to the corner. Edwards sets his feet. Wet. That thing splashes again.
And he had been just 2 of 19
They shooting
from 3
great.
in April.
Found his groove at the right time. So did this guy. Naz Reid connects again. Jay, I ask you, what has happened to the prolific production of Doncic that we saw in the first
They put it on them early, guys.
Resolute on the offensive end. You've got a big lead here. You cannot be turning the ball over like that.
They just did. Here's James. Puts his shoulder down, put his head down, got the lay.
Minnesota just playing 5 out. And Austin Reeves went for another shot fake.
Got an easy one there. So the snooze button
Yeah, man,
defensively for Minnesota. Lead back up to 19. Doncic has to work expeditiously and got it to go. Off
No way he
glass
hit that shit.
at the buzzer.
Ain't no way.
Momentum shift there. How did you guys able to trim that lead there in the third?
We finally played with an intensity level that warrants the playoffs. Like our physicality, our effort, it was regular season to start.
And then how do you close them out? What is the most important factor, JJ?
We got to get stops, and it's not really scheme stuff. It's not. There's nothing schematically they're doing that's exploiting us. We just got to be better on that end.
Good luck, JJ. Thank you. Guys, back to you.
That could potentially be crippling for the Timberwolves. Randall going to do a little bit more heavy lifting at that end of the floor. Knocks down the midi.
Randall hooping, man. Randall's finding it
Trying
out.
to press up on Ant. with pristine, pulchritudinous footwork. Edwards knocks down the midi.
It looked like it was going to be a little cross screen and then down screen for the screener, but he cut it short to get that three.
Edwards off the bounce, spins, back out to a wide open Randall, cash out. Got his air fryer out, ready to cook Ant-Man. Gets it back, pulls the three, and it's wet. And some of the best basketball of the season towards the end of the year. James drives the closeout and punches it home.
Lakers now looking like a little 2-3 zone. They did a lot of that against Oklahoma City.
McDaniels attacks it, got the short midi. Edwards, Hachimura.
That defense is terrible, awful.
Edwards with the tween. Over to Reed, catching 2-3 on the way, and he laces another one. Wow, and a little room service off the careless pass. DiVincenzo flying charter. And the lead balloons back to 111-90. LeBron comes with the double and held. Good catch by McDaniels. Little sidestep, little afro step into the paint.
Well, they're outstanding defensively. The problem for Orlando is they haven't been able to score efficiently.
Yeah. They really struggled at that end of the floor a lot of times as double connect.
And for Minnesota, who only finished one game off of the Lakers, I mean, they had 49 wins on the season, but they finished the year 17-4. And when healthy,
a lot of these times you can overreact. It's just game one, but I've seen a lot of bad things.
Minnesota takes game one. They say that a series doesn't begin until a home.
All right, so I know whatever the title's gonna be called, I know that this video is reaching LeBron fans whose heart has to be real heavy right now. I don't think you guys should be overreacting. It's just game one. Yes, there are a lot of bad things that are showing up, like defensively, and you guys can't defend at all. But I'll just say, you never know. The playoffs is the playoffs. Game ones can be lost, but there are a ton of bad flags that are being thrown up. Just guarding Naz Reid. Obviously, I don't think the Timberwolves are going to play this good ever again. Maybe they do, because Anthony Edwards takes it up to a whole nother notch when the playoffs come. But yeah, I don't know, Laker fans, man. Tell me in the comments what y'all think is going to happen. Like, what has to happen for the Lakers to get over? Is it just them, playing better defensively? Is it having a better shooter night? What do you think? How do they win against the Timberwolves going forward? But yeah, let's jump right into this Clippers and Nuggets game. Let's do it.
All right, thank you very much, Michael, and welcome to the NBA playoffs presented by Google. It's the first games led by Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Norman Powell, Chris Dunn, Ivica Zubac. The Nuggets, great continuity in that starting lineup with Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic, and
I like both
Christian
teams.
Brown.
I think both teams
Brian Rucco, Bob
built to
Myers,
beat
Angel Gray with
the
you,
Lakers
about ready to
and
go.
anybody
A
else.
charged up
And they both have to
Ball
play each
Arena.
other first. Good old rigory, good sweet
David
rigory.
Adelman, after just 3 games at the helm of the Nuggets as head coach in the regular season, coaches his first playoff game today. Meanwhile, Ty Lue coaches his
Love both teams.
93rd.
But I think Denver just has
Here
the best
we
player.
go. Game 1 is underway. The
And
Clippers
Jokic,
win the
so
tip.
Got the edge with those guys. Maybe 6 or 7 games.
Crowd will stand here until the first Nuggets bucket. As Harden goes to the corner to Dunn. Dunn bounces, shot clock fading. Zubac leaves it short, but follows it up with a little hook. Under 45% from the floor, doing so by far the best mark of anyone. Double comes this time. Porter alone connects.
He's a shooter.
Sign for Denver to have Porter hit that first one. Ty Lue told us Michael Porter Jr. is a key for them as Zubac stuffs it down.
Michael
Sit
Porter
down,
Jr.
and Denver will
Zubac
control.
are the X factors for the whole
Here's
series.
Murray.
You win
Finds
and
some
lose off of those
space.
two guys, in my
Murray
opinion.
on the finish.
And Bron.
Ups his scoring more than any player ever. That is not hyperbole. That is a fact.
Yes.
He goes up, what, 6, 7 points in the playoffs.
Leonard hits the jumper. Here's Harden off the rebound. We've seen the start to this game for Zubac, who's a real contender for all NBA.
Could the Clippers make a championship run?
Beautifully fed.
You know?
Zubac extra feed and done. Storms in for the finish. What a gorgeous pick and roll in the execution from the Clippers.
And they're scoring pretty easily. Already 14 paint points for the Clippers, and it's been pretty easy for them. Not a lot of resistance from the Nuggets. Here's another easy one.
Exactly. Dunn gets free and lays it in.
They're healthy, they're motivated, and Kawhi Leonard, who we haven't even mentioned much, physically looks better than he's looked in 5 years as Harden keeps doing what he's been doing.
Harden's dynamic.
Here's Brown alone at the rim.
Timeout, Ty Lue.
Here comes Murray. Denver making a little push here. Murray bounces. Jokic. Lethal combination there. And an 8-0 Denver runs. Bench with Jones, Harden, Batum, and Bogdanovich. Harden connects on a deep contested three.
Harden
He's
been
so
hooping.
comfortable, and you know, guarding.
Here's Harden. 3 seconds left. Harden at the horn. You bet.
Made that boy touch the earth.
Denver came on a 10-0 run right before those 2 bombs that we saw from James Harden. What have you liked about his pace out of that timeout?
Great pace, getting downhill. We know we want to attack Joker in the pick and roll.
We got league pass.
He's not going to step up, we just keep getting downhill. And then the 10-0 run, just had a couple turnovers that got out in transition, so we got to be better with that.
Yeah, I was going to talk about the defensive end. You mentioned how important it was for you guys on that end. What collectively can you assess on how you guys have done so far?
A good job overall. I think, like I said, getting back in transition, taking care of the basketball, and we'll be fine.
This is the finish. Here comes Simmons. Simmons finds Leonard for the bucket and the foul, and Kawhi Leonard a chance for 3.
Like you just said, I think that's the real key.
See that braids in his hair?
Wing defenders, the Nuggets, Westbrook has to be that.
Jones floats it in.
It's benefit Simmons have braids in his hair.
Connects on a 3. Here's Leonard staying on the floor with his 2. Leonard muscling his way inside
He
for the
hooping.
finish.
What happened?
Good
He
so
hooping.
far here today.
Yeah, and a lot of people thought, Ryan, when Paul George didn't come back, that's, again, way too easy right there. Kawhi Leonard is blowing by.
Good so far here today.
Yeah, and a lot of people thought, Ryan, when Paul George didn't come back, that's, again, way too easy right there. Kawhi Leonard is blowing by.
With them on and off, they go from bludgeoning teams to getting crushed as Zubac gets free.
I don't want to keep saying it, but Denver's problem this season has been their defense. And again, you can see it right now. Clippers shoot 57% from the field, and the Clippers are already established their defense. So
Jokic takes. Short. Zubac secures the rebound. Up ahead, Leonard roaming free, lays it in. Timeout, Denver. By the way, Harden has not fouled out this season. Brown off the steal. To the rim.
That's the second time doing this game.
that's how Denver.
Told you, Bron.
Back to Jokic.
Big piece.
Murray had a good look there.
If he
passed
does
up.
good,
Westbrook
they do good.
connects.
40%, I would call that uncontested. We talked about it. You guys, are you going to decide to do it, or are we just going to keep getting run over here in the half court?
Powell splits the D and slams it home. 30th is last in the league in attempts. 28th in makes. Jokic dips in
He
and
gonna
puts
hoop
it
on
home.
him.
Here comes Dunn. Harden with space will fire and hit from 3. James Harden, who had 15 last 5 games of it, averaged 29.5 points, 11 assists. Here's Jokic. On Dunn. Oh my goodness, the footwork. Murray got unnecessarily tricky, and Powell takes advantage. Obviously, one of them is going to be eliminated in the first round, but you could see either of them making a deep run in these playoffs. As Murray finishes,
Sheesh.
plus the foul. Hamstring hamstring injury just before the end of the regular season. Came back, played the final 2 games. Gordon soars
Both teams,
in
man.
and explodes.
To me, these two relaxed teams right here.
And 13. And obviously the bench plays better at home. 13 for the Nuggets.
Murray swivels in. Didn't finish it.
Again, the little things. Now he's 9 of 18 from the field. And Batum makes him pay. I mean, it's always the missed layup and the 3 on the other end. It's always that 5-point swing.
2-for-1 opportunity for the Clippers. Jokic comes home with a steal.
No way.
Jokic motoring all the way.
That was the slowest fast break I may have seen.
Here with Coach Adelman, and Coach told me at halftime, Coach Sanders said, every quarter tells a story. What did that quarter tell you about your team?
I thought we were really engaged, played extremely hard, won the quarter by 1. Offensively, we just got to make sure we get a shot up every time down. It's that kind of game. It's a grinded out game. It's what the playoffs are about. But I liked our energy. I thought the end of the first quarter, start of the second, we weren't there. But that quarter we were. If that continues, we'll give ourselves a chance to win.
Nikola Jokic showed us a little bit of everything he had in his bag.
We
What did you
wanna
like
hoop.
about his touches in the third?
Well, we got him the ball inside, which we need to do. You try to give him the ball everywhere, but sometimes in games like this, keep it simple, make sure it's in his hands, read or react from their defense, take what they give us.
Thanks, Coach.
Rebound. Leonard racing up the floor. The hesitation and the explosion. Kawhi Leonard to the rim.
He'll put him back in when he has to.
Yeah, this is going to be a great series. It's going to be a great series.
3 from 3 in this game. Here's Jokic. Draws 2. Westbrook on the cut.
ISO basketball, no problem with that. They're both some of the best ever to do it. That'll be the Clippers offense until Zubac comes back in as Murray shows up.
Ties it at 81. Leonard is 16th straight game with at least 20, 3rd longest streak of his career. Batum, catch, fire, and hit from 3. Here's Jokic. Backing down Zubac. Jokic flips it in, methodical and precise. Zubac now with 17 points, 12 rebounds. They get 19 points for Zubac. Brown, beautiful cut, spins it in.
Have to be disciplined and execute.
And that's where this 2-man game is so effective. Murray on a 3. Harden flings it back, 3 to shoot. Batum. Oh my! What a shot from Nicholas Batum.
That was a dagger.
As the mismatch on Harden.
That was a
Leonard
dagger.
shooting, double comes, open Gordon, his 3. It's good.
This is the heavyweight fight.
Gregorian threes.
Brown rising to its feet.
True dagger.
Brown for the lead. No. Westbrook, yes.
There's what he does.
Clippers, all 5 starters, as Bob said. 1-point game, under 3 to go. Jokic fakes the 3, dishes. Westbrook serves it in. Here is Murray, down 1 in game 1. 25 seconds. Westbrook a 3. You bet. How about them apples?
We talked about it. Please see what they do.
Clippers out of timeouts. Here's Harden going quickly. Floats it up and in. Tied at 98. Here we go. Shot clock turned off. Game 1 in the balance. Tied at 98.
He get a screen. He gets Zubac. No way.
10 seconds remaining. Leonard up on him. Jokic getting a touch. Double comes. 6 seconds. Jokic gives it up. Westbrook 3 seconds. Westbrook throws it off of the Clippers, and that will do it. Denver does not get a shot off, and we have opened for much of the afternoon. But Denver used their play in transition to get back in. Murray sliding in, flipping out. 5 to shoot. Gordon rages to the rim.
Great patience.
Hastily up the floor. Murray weaving, floating, and hitting.
He just has a knack for the big moments, right?
Leonard surrounded, fades, and hits. Big bucket there. Harden looking to take Murray. Harden skates in and floats another home. Second he gets that. 10 to shoot. Another touch here for Jokic. Brown will fire. And Murray. And a steal. Dunn comes up with it. Here comes Leonard. Resuscitation for LA. Harden connects. What a three from Harden. Can wait here. Westbrook, no. Gordon keeps it alive. Just a 2-second difference game in shot clock. And now Powell.
Timeouts.
Huge free throw from Gordon. Here comes the next. He got it. 3-point game.
Skill. They got to get a good look here.
Down 3, 10.9 to go in overtime. Harden knocked out of bounds. And last hit Harden. And guess what? The Clippers cannot challenge it. Denver in front. Here another failed inbound. Dunn trying to get to this one. And a foul is called on Dunn. 28, 9, and 12 for Jokic. As the next. With 6.5 to go, Clippers are out of time.
Just like that.
Here is Powell. Screaming across the timeline, launches away, able to hit the three with 0.9 remaining. But that will do it.
That came down to the wire, bro. That came down to
Game
that
one
was a nail
victors
biter.
in an
feel me?
overtime thriller.
Yeah, man, I can't say enough about that series right there. This series is gonna be the best one first round. Like just seeing who comes out of this dogfight. Like these two teams to me, like are probably my favorite teams in the whole conference. Add the Warriors to it, like, but yeah, man. But yeah, let's get to the East side of things, man. Like I don't really care, you know what I'm saying, as much. But let's see what they're doing. Let's see what they're doing over there. Let's start with the Knicks and Pistons.
One of the most interesting matchups of the first round, the Pistons. And what is just going through this kid, Brunson?
The Bickerstaff said a meeting
Against Thompson. Brunson played very well in the 3 games. Misses that one. Hart the rebound. Hart back out. Brunson wide open. Corner 3.
Bang! Bang, bang, bang.
Thompson looking to post up Brunson, trying to muscle him away. Nice spin move, and Thompson lays it up and in the 2. Pistons won 3 of the 4, including 2 wins here at the Garden. Anunoby, ball fake, 3-pointer's good. Back to Anunoby, goes at Cunningham, lost the handle momentarily, gets it back. Pull-up jumper. Anunoby
came out
throws
swinging.
it ahead to Bridges for the layup. And that's what Josh Hart does for the Knicks. Harris fakes. Harris drives, goes in, blocked from behind by Towns.
Good thing he made up for it because he hit the ground.
The offensive rebound. Beasley tries again. That one's good.
Just dominating unless his teammates can make those plays.
Cunningham, good help from Shabbat. Beasley finds Harris. Harris wide open in the corner, nails the 3. So watch the next step this team taking. Cunningham took a hit, gets knocked down, and still banks it home.
the outset, they're also blitzing more against him than they typically do.
Cunningham gets inside, misses, but scored right there.
We're familiar with each other over the series. That's when it starts to get even more chippy.
Knicks got caught napping there. Hardaway gets an easy bucket. Landry
Detroit
Shabbat
Pistons
knocked
and
away
the
and stolen by
Knicks
Hardaway. Hardaway ahead of the pack.
are in the playoffs
Tim
together.
Hardaway's had a huge impact.
Now in his 4th season,
NBA's
he
back.
said the NBA has humbled him. He thought it was going to be easy coming out of college because he thought he was that good.
Beasley fights over the screen. Anunoby still gets inside and banks it home. Schroeder tied up. Trying to bounce it off one of the Knicks. Somehow finds its way to Tobias Harris. Pulls up, shoots over Robinson and scores.
So who are you going to get the offense from? Who are you going to get the defense from? Just making sure that they're in the right spots.
Anunoby, corner 3 is good. Harris now on Brunson. Anunoby's got Schroeder on him, has the height advantage, sets back, knocks down another at the buzzer.
9 points in that first quarter for you. How have you been able to hold it down?
Just playing aggressive, taking what the defense gives from us. Obviously, we know this is our first
But yeah,
playoff
I love
game
you
here.
too.
So
I'm
it
gonna
takes
talk to
some
y'all,
time
man,
for these
because they're
guys
not
to get
talking about
acclimated to the environment,
nothing.
but
So
going back,
who y'all got winning, man? I want to know who y'all think gonna
Yeah, it's
win.
one of the vets on
Because
this team.
I'm not
I
agreeing
know
with
you
y'all.
told your guys what to expect, what
Well,
the
yeah,
stage
man,
is going to be like. How do you think they've responded so far?
I think this one's going to go down to the New York Knicks. They just got a little bit more experience.
it's time to go get it. That's it.
Who knows? Let's see how this ends.
We're here in the second quarter. Pass inside, Shabbat cuts beautiful. pass from Towns. A very confident player. Harris won't go, but Duran right there on the follow, his first points. Towns, Harris bellies up on him. Towns off the dribble, goes inside, and banks it home.
Plays a little.
Towns turns, shoots, and gets it a go. His second Cunningham trying to guard Towns. Towns now puts it on the floor, drives, layup is good, tough shot.
I'm not a huge Karl Anthony Towns fan, bro.
Thought about a long three.
I'm just really not, bro. I'm yapping, but I'm not a big fan, bro. Like, of the game, like I think he's talented. I think he's a good player.
Gets inside. Bridges stays with him. Pull up.
Not really a big fan of the style of the play.
And you're tied, so you feel good about that. But your best player is getting help from other areas as Beasley does it again. Thompson turned his back. Brunson gets inside. Can't get it, but Robinson with the one-handed slam.
That's that ankle. That gives us an indication of where he is.
Harris drills the three. Tobias Harris, 17
people be talking shit about Harris, but he hooping.
So
he's adding value to the team.
Brunson, pull-off jump shot. Gets that one to go. Ananobi trying to guard Cunningham. Cunningham trying to get on track, shooting the ball.
Another random one, bro. Kate Cunningham is cold, bro.
By Robinson and stolen.
He's got a game. He's smoothness.
Ananobi walks
as soon
into
as
a
he figures it
three-pointer.
out,
Puts
bro,
it in. OG Ananobi with
he's gonna be up there.
points. Months of basketball
Luka type
ankle
level.
surgery. Shot clock turned off. Brunson sneaks inside, and the offhand banks it home. Knicks do not have a foul to give. Harris pulls up, three-pointer. Got it! Tobias Harris from downtown. 22 points for Harris here in the first half.
Yeah, Mike, I was asking J.B. Bickerstaff how he thinks his guys have settled in to this taste of the postseason. He says he thinks he played them in that first half, but he said it wasn't because of the environment. It was more about spacing. I asked him if he needed more from Kate Cunningham.
He's one of the key contributors to the Knicks.
Somebody that I feel like is getting a bad end of the stick is Jaden Ivey. I haven't seen, bro. Where's he at?
Bridges may have gotten
Is he get traded, bro? Is he on the same team?
Tim Hardaway way
and they got
outside.
Tim Hardaway
Harris tied up, back up top.
and Malik
Cunningham
Beasley
fakes,
getting
drives,
other
goes
minutes.
to the rim, blocked from behind by
Thompson
Hart.
getting some minutes.
Now on Cunningham. Hardaway,
You see what I'm
quick
saying?
move, gets inside, counted out of foul.
Harris
This
getting
one
minutes.
goes, and a chance for a three-point play.
Where's
Towns against
Brad?
Harris. Tough fall-away shot is cut. Karl Anthony Towns now with Thompson. What a spin and banks it home. That was some direct pass on point. Cunningham goes coast to coast. And Tom Thibodeau calls timeout. Time always will be as Bridges drives, gets past Duran, gets inside, blocked by Duran, out of bounds. Cunningham gets away from Ananobi. Alley-oop to Duran. Pass inside to Thompson. Towns right there, blocked by Towns. Outlet to Brunson. Josh Hart gets inside and banks it home. Hart goes right at Hardaway, finds Towns. Towns inside, banker's good, and the game is tied. Cunningham on Ananobi, stops, pulls up, short shot is good, and a foul. And Stewart one-on-one. Towns has to shoot, makes his drive, difficult shot, and nails it. Going left, shooting. The agility of a 7-footer. Cunningham, crossover, and finish. With Schroeder. Leans in, shot blocked by Schroeder. Brunson trying to force a great defensive play from Schroeder. Beasley drives inside and banks it home. Finds Ananobi. Ananobi inside, blocked again. This time by Stewart. Stolen by Schroeder.
Man.
Here comes Schroeder. Corner to Beasley. Puts it up.
Beasley
puts it in.
hooping.
Up top to Hart.
He's
Brunson
playing great in
falls
that
down
role.
again.
Right.
He's wincing. Josh Hart knocks down the three, but Brunson's limping. That 9-point lead that Detroit had moments ago, the largest by either team. Schroeder tries again. Schroeder hits again. Dennis
What gave you guys problems closing out that third quarter?
Just getting back in transition, giving up open threes. You know, we got to get stops and just went on and play our game.
You have 23 points in the game so far, all while being tasked to defend Kate Cunningham. What do you have to do to him defensively?
Like, what type of question is that?
Keep him from getting hot.
We got to
just
get back
make it
on
difficult for him.
defense.
Make him shoot tough shots, limit his touches, and fly around and get rebounds.
Thank you for your time.
Well,
That's the dude that I ain't never heard talk before. Never heard
can't ever remember seeing that
in a
to
newbie.
start a quarter.
Never heard him say a word.
By the way, the Pistons are Karl Anthony Towns was saying to Josh Hart, give me the ball. Fires up a three and knocks it down. Distance. Cunningham double team, finds Duran. Duran inside, layup by Thompson. Hart lost
That
it.
dude is so
What's going on
athletic,
here?
man. It's ridiculous to see.
Thompson gets past. That time, the layup goes down.
You mentioned that.
You notice how we quickly qualified it was in the Payne, nice 2 from three-point range. The Pistons 13 of 25. Schroeder scoots inside and gets the layup. Impactful minutes.
Mikey recognizes
That's a match made in hell.
He could get by easily.
Schroeder is going to the rack every time.
Counted out of foul for a screen.
Why do you do that?
Got Harris on it. Crossover. Gets inside. The floater's up and good. Towns long three-pointer. Hart the rebound back out to Payne. Cameron Payne a three.
Cameron Payne.
+2 for Detroit. Brunson the crossover. Brunson the drive. Flips it up. It's good. And a foul. A circus shot from Johnson. Drives. Back up top to Payne. Payne puts up a three. Bang! Cameron. That series was 89. The game has changed. Towns on the steal. Ahead to Hart. Hart inside. Brunson banks it home. Duran hands off. Cunningham looking for some room. Knocked away by Towns in the steal. Towns to Hart to Brunson. Lays it up. And Anunoby picks it up. Saves the ball. Hart on the drive. Hart inside. Banks it home. Brunson to Hart. Hart another layup. Banks it home.
You need another timeout.
Detroit was this close. This is the difference between a veteran team and a young team. That move at the time, they spread it out so quick. Shit over with.
Cade Cunningham gets inside and throws it down. Cunningham throwing
But
it.
he's beating him to a spot and staying in front.
Cunningham three-pointer. Banks it home. And all of a sudden, playing him physically.
He came out and said, yeah, we're going to do
Brunson
something.
gets past him, goes inside. The layup. Bank shot is good. Towns inside. Josh Hart banks it home. And a 21-0 run.
21-0
And the Knicks will
run.
take game one with 40
That's
points
how
in the
you
fourth
lose the game,
quarter.
guys. Sheesh. All right, guys, man. This game is great. You got two great teams. One young, one experienced. The experienced team won. They maintained the game. They kept the tempo of the game all 4 quarters, and they picked it up in that situation. But overall, man, I see this being a 5 or 6 game game series. I don't see this going past that just because of that. Like Detroit, and they're coming, but I don't think they got it this year. So that's my prediction. All right, so we finna react to. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hey, I'm recording a video, okay?
Okay.
Bye. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get right back into it. We're watching Game 1, Bucks versus Pacers, man. This is the lamest game out of all the games, so I did it last. But I'm gonna read them. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this can we acknowledge this is the lamest game out of all of them? But let's get into it.
Lopez and Turner to dump it up. And the 2025 NBA playoffs are underway. Them on with the handle. Gives it up. Turner, a good look at a three. Bounce. First
I feel like Giannis has been under the radar as far as people talking about this shit. Like, I feel like niggas ain't really talking about Giannis this year. Or the Bucks, really.
90 seconds going by here in the
But I'm pretty sure his stats are still crazy.
Now it's Prince, the lob. Giannis got up but couldn't control it. Halliburton, Nembhard, penetrating.
Halliburton is one of them guys, like, cat that I really don't like. I'm not a huge fan of their game.
Indiana back on top. Giannis got by Turner and reverses it home.
That's the matchup that the Bucks are liking right now. Forcing the switch and allowing Giannis to decision make.
He has 6 of their 8 points. Halliburton out to Siakam. He's lonely. Hits the tray. 9-2 Indiana run. Siakam, Halliburton, Neesmith, 3-ball, corner pocket.
They just had a bunch of specialists, guys who could only do one thing. Now they have a collection of all-around basketball players to help support Giannis. He believes that will be the difference. Michael?
Let's see if they can get a win without Dame Lillard. Supposedly Kyle Kuzma had 0 points. I think he had a stat line of all zeros. I don't know. Some shit like that.
Nembhard, full head of steam, pushes Lopez out the way. Now Siakam, 3 points in this first quarter, backing down on the Kupo, turns inside, got the lay-in. Beautiful move by Pascal Siakam. McConnell in the top, it has the smaller green on, kicks it out. Siakam fires and hits.
4 for 9 outside the 3-point line.
Porter down the lane with the hammer. 80 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here's Porter again. Gives it up to Trent. Trent behind the back. Step back save. Money.
Jeez.
Porter's yet to score. He's 0 for 3 early in this
game. I'm a scorer, nigga. I'm a scorer.
He's still working his way back from that suspension as McConnell gets 2.
The lead is back to 12. Martin matching the largest lead of the ballgame. A.J. Green for 3 is scored. Halliburton at the controls. Working on Green. Got right by him. That's IndyCar speed. Halliburton taking his time. Around a Turner screen. Crossover. Pull up. And got the bounce.
Gets it back and then he has a full head of steam.
6 for 7 shooting. Great pass. Turner. The flush. Off the dime from Nembhard. 15-point lead, the largest of the ballgame for Indiana. Giannis misdirection, bucket, and the foul. Around the defense, leaves it for Turner. Turner with the shot clock winding down. Can't hit the fadeaway. Oh! It bounces right to Mathurin for the deuce. Chase to Rollins. Rollins on the drive, blocked by Turner. Franchise leader in career blocks. Halliburton, Mathurin, got the trifecta. Instead of 58-41, it is 56-41. Indiana. Skip pass. Nembhard all day.
This one might be over already.
No question. They were 24th in defensive rating last season, 14th this year. Lopez with the hard drive and finish. 4 seconds.
In the comments here, who looks worse, game 1, the Lakers or the Bucks? Just between those two teams, who looks terrible after game 1?
Nembhard struggled the 3 games leading into this series. Pacers fans remember how pivotal he was in last year's run.
Siakam coughed it up. Antetokounmpo behind the back, poked away from behind by Siakam. 6 Milwaukee turnovers. Siakam, good from downtown. So 0 for 4 from the floor.
Give me 1 second, I'm gonna be right back.
0 for 2 from the charity stripe. Milwaukee just looks discombobulated on the offensive end. Lopez has to go to work. He's fouled, and they made something out of nothing. That's now
This is
10
my team.
assists for Tyrese Halliburton.
Dr.
wish.
Hurst said to us, Miles Turner, the unsung hero of this group. Consistent.
Nimmo gives it up to Turner from downtown. Got another three. That one was from Gary.
Yeah, I don't see either team doing that great.
Over to AJ Green. Doesn't need a lot of time. Knocks
They
down
get
the
blown out the
triple.
water.
The deficit is 23. Green can't shorten it. Offensive rebound, Portis. Swatted away by Turner. Up ahead. Toppin with the throwdown. Still a lot of time left in this ball game. Here's Antetokounmpo spinning in traffic. Got some space and laid it in.
Let's see what it takes. Get a few stops in a row. Come down, see if you can get some scores, get some momentum.
Giannis out of control. Got it back and put it in for Indiana. Trent forced to give it up. Good contest. AJ Green, the pump, fly by, got a tray. Here
Trey
comes
ball.
Milwaukee. Halliburton working on Portis. Pull up, got it. And he has some words with Bobby Portis.
We're on the sidelines with Miles Turner. Miles, Milwaukee's trying to chip away at
Oh,
Heroes'
yeah,
lead. What'd you
yeah,
think of the
yeah.
defense to close out
YouTube.
that quarter?
It's been pretty good, but at the same time, you know,
like
I
the
can't
video,
hold on to a touchdown stretch and
comment on the
experience team,
video,
so
subscribe to the video. We don't care what they're talking about.
Defensively, what do you guys
But
need to get back to
we
here in
got
the fourth?
winning, man. We
Just
got
keep moving
winning
the
the
ball,
East.
being patient with the ball. Not taking the
Let's
first
see
down, but
what
looking
they
to
got.
work in possession, make
What
it work
happens
a little
tomorrow
bit
with the
Thanks,
Warriors
Miles.
game and the Celtics game. But we got that. Let's
Last
see.
year in 6. That's Trent with the steal, coast to coast, got the leg. Giannis back out there for the Bucks. He has 31 and 11. Driving on Bryant, 2 more. 33 for Antetokounmpo, and Siakam get downhill, pull up, off glass.
I think Giannis has been much better at not settling for those, doing things like this, getting to his spots.
Nimmo dipped it up, top in for 3, goal.
Yeah, they need Dame back, man.
The way the Indians just lose the ball.
He's a good
They share
20
the
points.
basketball. They are about ball movement. Lots of players getting touches, and you get high percentage
Hey, he
looks.
hooping.
Porter.
Silky 3.
Green won't take the 3, instead it will drive, kick, Trent, yes. Back-to-back 3s for Milwaukee. Gonna go dancing with Toppin. Step back 3, off the heel, long rebound.
These are
to Porter.
professional
Back to
shooters.
Trent. AJ Green downtown, yes sir. Halliburton on the move, toss out to Turner. Nimhart on the logo. Crossover on Antetokounmpo. Blocked! Antetokounmpo with the swat. Nimhart, clock winding down. Swatted again. It's a shot clock violation. The defense by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Turner. Step back. Pass!
Dagger. That was a dagger, bro. Truthfully.
Driving. Gives it up to Siakam. Siakam, the one-leg runner.
Yeah, I haven't seen Kuzma get
And that'll do it.
one highlight.
Indiana takes game 1 of this best-of-7 series. 1-6.
All right, guys. This series is the same, man. If Dame doesn't get healthy, this one could be 5 games, 4 games type of thing. Get them boys out of here type of quickness. But yeah, overall, man, I kind of just want to, I don't want to overreact to any of these games. It's just been game 1. You know how it goes. Sometimes you come out and you don't, you play great the first game and you don't win a whole nother game the whole series. It happens a lot. But overall, man, the NBA is kind of getting exciting. The East, not so much, but yeah, man, thank you guys for watching. Sub to the channel, man. Like this video. And comment below your predictions for the NBA. And I'll see y'all game 2. Let's get it.